you like DEI? You care about Asians? Oh yeah, sure, bro. Sure.
And you still choose to go, nah, that's still up. No, you know what I think is up? I think white supremacy's up. I think anti-DEI...
I guess what she's saying is like DEI wasn't as good for Asians, so therefore DEI was like harming Asians, which just isn't really true. DEI was all about equity, equal opportunity, because black people are, you know, they don't get the job. They don't get the job because of their name, because of the way they look. That's a fact. Anyway, now we're moving on to Leaflet.
On exposed live on stream. What did he do this time? Did he shock his dog again? Video from Hero Hey.
Another day, another clip of Twitch streamer HASAN Piker getting enraged at random chatters and random people on Twitter.com. This time, he's upset at being called a quote-unquote...
It's the new model. He's using it already. I saw he made a post about it on YouTube.
White baby. Now, the baby part's weird. I
like the new look. I like it. I like it.
What this is supposed to even mean, but like, it's funny he's mad.
Oh, wait, is this the guy with the fucking, this guy had the shittiest avatar I've ever seen. Damn. Can't believe he changed it. That's terrible. Wait, let me find out if this is the guy I'm thinking of.
In a tweet with over 12,000 likes, Japan... And when it...
Oh, no, I guess he didn't have an avatar.
Because we've seen in the past already that when it's convenient to him, he'll say that he's a white guy. When it's convenient to him, he'll say
God,
he's a
I hate
guy.
VTubers.
Now he's mad at being called a white baby, but not even just mad. I mean, you'll see in a second. He's like just literal full aggro.
What he's doing here is smearing Connie's a Zionist in defense of you because she reacted to something. She reacted to some completely indefensible statement of yours. See, this is what I mean. It's like really, it's indefensible. You find it indefensible.
Dude, HASAN is the biggest fucking LARPer ever, dude. Like for real, this dude is LARPing so hard. This guy acts like some kind of commie justice warrior, and you know this guy's been balling for so long. It's unreal. This guy is literally like max capitalist, and he's like preaching socialism. It's unreal.
Defensible for
this guy is like even more bougie capitalist than like anyone on the right, to be honest.
For a white person.
Yeah, socialism is when you own nothing. You have no clothes. No socialism is when no house.
Who has actively tried to tackle affirmative action initiatives, which have now led to the anti-DEI movement that we are currently in. You find that to be so.
Yeah, because DEI is gay.
Sometimes you can't be talking like that, white baby. See, this is what I mean. First of all, suck my okay. I'm a goddamn Muslim.
That's the gayest thing I've ever heard.
Muslim America gets called. First of all, suck my okay. I'm a goddamn Muslim America gets called a terrorist every day. Okay, are we doing racism Olympics? Are we talking about what kind of racism is institutionally completely appropriate?
I love how he's like, are we doing racism Olympics while he's literally doing victim Olympics? Like, dude, I'm the biggest victim. I get called this, that, the third, and like, you don't get called a terrorist for being a Muslim, bro. You get called a terrorist.
No, dude. You get called for... No, man. He was responding to the chatter by saying, hey, I experience racism as well because I'm a barely white-passing person named HASAN on the internet that is a leftist. But yeah, tell me about how he gets called a terrorist because he like loves 9/11 or whatever.
For the things you literally say.
Yeah,
How does he not
exactly.
understand this? Bro will literally advocate for... I can't even repeat this stuff, actually. I can't even repeat the stuff he advocates for, but you guys all know what I mean.
Can.
He advocates for things that are terrorist acts. And then he's like, I'm only getting called this because of racism or whatever. Like, dude, oh my gosh, are you serious?
What do you think? Who do you think receives more fucking dick eating on a daily basis? Oh my God, white baby? We're not talking about like black Americans being Jim Crow.
I can't provide the evidence because I'm not allowed. Like, why? Why aren't you? What do you have, sponsors? You don't have fucking sponsors. Just shut the fuck up.
I'm attacking the concept of tokens that are being spent in the behest of white supremacy. You can't be saying white baby like that. That's ridiculous. It's a joke, man. I know. It's just like very frustrating. The idea that I'm like a anti-Asian reactionary because I'm saying that the anti-DEI movement that is literally harming Asian Americans right now.
Wait, hold on. The anti-DEI... No, DEI... Wait, hold on. DEI has harmed Asians actually more than, like, any other race. What is he talking about? What is this guy on right now?
In some way...
No, that DEI hasn't harmed anyone. It hasn't. It has caused no direct harm to anyone ever. And you can't even argue that as a conservative. Like, you can argue DEI is bad or whatever. I think it's stupid, right? But there is an argument there. An incorrect one. Okay, but there's an argument. But you can't say that DEI has harmed anyone. Like, you just can't. But anyway, getting rid of DEI harms all minorities. Obviously. And also women as well. Wow.
Was also
wow,
in some ways
crazy.
deployed.
That's
Asian
so
faces
crazy.
for white supremacy. This is how it started. That clip.
Wait, Asians for white supremacy?
National committee. Of course they don't give a fuck about Asian people. I do. Like if I describe the context of like what my criticism is.
Do you like DEI? You care about Asians? Oh yeah, sure, bro. Sure.
And you still choose to go, nah, that's still up. No, you know what I think is up? I think white supremacy's up. I think anti-DEI.
I guess what she's saying is like DEI wasn't as good for Asians, so therefore therefore DEI was like harming Asians, which just isn't really true. DEI was all about equity, equal opportunity, because black people are, you know, they don't get the job. They don't get the job because of their name, because of the way they look. That's a fact.
Initiatives are fucked up, okay?
He says, I think white supremacy is fucked up. I think anti-DEI initiatives are fucked up.
I think racism is fucked up. And if you are going to be a willing participant of white supremacist movements, I'm going to shit on you, okay?
The amount of editing that I need to do
Jeez.
by HASAN clip on YouTube without hopefully running into problems is crazy. Like, this man can't go 2 sentences without cussing, or, you know what, sometimes even less than that. Bro's just perpetually losing it. And it's crazy that he's also trying to say that he cares about Asian Americans, and that's why he's advocating for DEI policies. Because DEI policies actively hurt Asian Americans. Does he not realize this, or is he being, like, bad faith, or is he lying through his teeth? I don't know. Maybe he's really that ignorant. I don't know. I'll give you an example, though. Let's talk universities. So, in general, on average, Asians were scoring very high on tests, and universities, of course, then wanted these Asians to be a part of their universities. But the DEI advocates saw this and were very offended, saying that the Asians were quote-unquote overrepresented, and it wasn't quote-unquote equitable. They then advocated for universities to adopt DEI policies that actively discriminate against Asians by penalizing Asians, making it so even if they were—
DEI hurts literally everybody involved with DEI. Even the people that supposedly get buffs from DEI, it also hurts them. DEI is such a bad idea, it's actually unreal.
Bloomberg Law notes that DEI pushes institutions to disaggregate AAPI data, revealing differences between groups like Indian Americans and Hmong Americans. This prevents the model minority stereotype from making real inequities in income, education, and health. Asian Americans became visible in discrimination reporting, hiring data, and campus climate assessments, a prerequisite for addressing inequalities. DEI frameworks originate from civil rights law, are designed to expand access to reduce exclusion. Side post highlights that DEI is rooted in the Civil Rights Act and affirmative action, which historically expanded upon opportunities for racial minorities. Asian Americans gain from anti-discrimination protections, cultural competency training, and institutional mechanisms that recognize anti-Asian bias. Especially important given the rise in anti-Asian violence. Yeah, that was a big thing back in like 2020 to 2022. Anyway, higher education DEI programs often include cultural centers, mental health services, bias reporting systems, inclusive curriculum reforms. The MDPI review notes that DEI has transformed higher education by expanding fair treatment, access, inclusion for minority students, including Asian Americans. Wow. Yeah, DEI is so bad. I could keep going, by the way, too. But they don't fucking care about,
anybody
like,
would possibly think it was a good idea.
understanding
Because if you
and
think
all
about it
that
for more than
bullshit.
5 seconds, it's very obvious what the effect is. Because if you say, let's just say like black people, right, who would have a
Reducing
positive effect from
bias.
DEI according to them, well, what happens then is that everybody assumes that every single black person.
Oh, wait, actually, I want to read this one, too. Pew Research shows that most workers experience DEI measures at work, which include training, fairness policies, and inclusive hiring practices. These benefit all racial minorities, including Asians. Corporate DEI initiatives improve diversity, which research shows boost innovation and competitiveness, creating more opportunities for minority employees.
Person only got the job because of DEI.
Wow.
Because what else could you assume from it? Because it's literally the effect of it. So what that
So
does is it
harmful
undercuts anybody that is black
to
that,
Asian
that
people.
legitimately
So
earned the
harmful.
job. It undercuts literally all of them. It's just such a bad system in general for everybody. Again, not just for Asians, not just for white people, for literally everyone involved. It's a bad idea.
scoring higher on tests that they would actually Asians, making it so even if they were scoring higher on tests that they would actually not be admitted, and that the universities would instead admit other groups, predominantly black Americans, that were scoring lower over the Asians because that was a quote-unquote equitable thing to do. But this is literally discrimination. This is literal bigotry. But of course, HASAN and people like HASAN will never admit this, and now they're going to gaslight Asians to their face, saying actually these policies are good for you guys, trust. And by the way, HASAN's own viewer had previously called him out for his terrible coverage regarding topics related to Asian Americans. HASAN got very offended by this and actually made racist remarks in response. The context here is in 2023, the Supreme Court ruled against affirmative action, aka these DEI policies in universities. Biden was president at the time, went on to address this stuff. He was very mad at this ruling as he's a proponent of DEI policies. HASAN seems to agree with Biden and also wants these DEI policies in universities, so he was also very offended. And this is where, again, like I said, he gets called out by his own chatter.
HASAN, I regret to tell you that you have anti-Asian politics. Your recent report on Asia and Asian-related news has been horrible. Why can't we do the two things at the same time? They are not mutually exclusive. Wait, you think I'm anti-Asian politics because I think the Supreme Court decision? How much, dude? I'm sorry. There is nothing more annoying to me than first generation, second generation, third generation Asian who are dogs to white people. Okay, you are literally
what?
barking for white people. Shut the up.
What a fucking
Okay,
asshole.
this guy's literally like, no, I am the model minority. Yeah, okay, dude. No, you don't understand. The model minority myth is not a myth. I literally am that. I love math. I'm so Asian. I love math. Please, is that what you're gonna say next? Dumbass, shut the up. Give me what I'm doing here that you think is anti-Asian. Talking about affirmative action. It's only. Why should Asians lose under affirmative action though? So what? Benefit white women the most? Well, get into Berkeley then. Okay,
Didn't he say, like, he said a slur? Where's the slur? Is it because he called him a dog for white people? that's not a slur, dude. That's just true. Yeah, if it doesn't matter who you are. If you're like I'm oh, I'm Asian and I don't like DEI, or I'm black and I don't like DEI. I think it's stupid. You're just advocating against yourself, against your own interest. It doesn't fucking matter, right, what your identity is. Who cares? Oh, big whoop, yeah. Oh, we are not a monolith. We are not a monolith. We are Black Republicans are a diverse group.
Get into Berkeley. Go get into Berkeley. Go get into any of the University of
So
California.
true,
schools,
dude.
Okay? Shut the up. There's plenty of schools you can get into. I want to know your GPA. Hey, you want to know what's great?
What's
At
great?
least you could tell your disappointed parents that you couldn't get into Harvard and Yale because you're
Holy
Asian.
shit, this
Now you
guy's
don't
so
have that. So what are you
fucking
gonna do?
racist, bro.
What are you gonna do now? Now you just couldn't get in because you're a dumbass. Okay? At least you had that. You could have been like, oh well, I'm Asian. They're discriminating against me. Now you don't even have that. You're fucked.
What an immature
Man,
psycho.
what
I
a-
can't believe
yeah,
people
what a
really watch this.
psychopath.
I say that almost every time I talk about Hasan, but it is astonishing. Like, hey, I want to hear
Jeez.
the worst takes from the most unprofessional slob who larps as if he's the working class when he's been rich his whole life, and then he'll say he's anti-capitalist while willingly engaging in one of the most heavily consumerist
Yup.
lifestyles he possibly can by, for example, living in one
So
of the most expensive
true.
areas in LA in a multi-million-dollar house and
Not
buying
his
the
whole
most expensive
life.
designer clothes he can and like bragging about that stuff. Literally will take pictures of himself like showing stacks of cash and his designer clothes while he says eat the rich. Like, dude, it's a complete joke. And then his viewers defend this stuff facetiously saying things like, oh, you can't live in society and criticize society. And it's like, dude, he's not just living in society. Like I said, he willingly engages in a heavily consumerist lifestyle, willingly engages to the greatest extent he possibly can with capitalism while acting like he's against that stuff. It is pure hypocrisy. Anyways, enough said. That's the
Damn.
end of this one. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful
crazy.
week ahead. I'll see you in the next one.
Rugged
So crazy.
individualism.
But, yeah, that's why I don't like DI because it's disadvantages people that actually do deserve it, in my opinion. It's like whoever has the best score has the best score. That's how I think it should go. It's the only fair way.
I don't like it because it helps black people. I'm Leaflet.